Hi guys, Z here. Ooh, it's not as icy as yesterday, but my BDC, well, that might not be so true. But I look good, smell good. I'll tell you my scent of the day in a bit. I've layered up with the body mist and everything. I just need to pick a scent of the day. And I was thinking, I'm unboxing some fragrances today. Maybe I should actually pick from those fragrances. So if you don't know me, I'm Z Zainab. Today, I'll be doing a long video and unboxing of some Arabian oud fragrances in the snow. My inspiration? I've done this, well, I've been wanting to do this for the longest, but I finally filmed in the snow. And then I also, because the fragrance advent calendar I did yesterday, it matches the theme, the whole Christmas vibe. It's an advent for the holidays. And what's the holidays without the snow? So I was like, you know what? I need to do that. So today, the reason why I'm doing Arabian Oud is also because the shalki, I'm doing the only collection and shalki collection. The bottles are like white, it matches the snow theme, and the fragrances themselves. Looking up the notes, it does go with the theme. So, but I brought my trusted. Is this a mesh bag? I think it's a mesh bag. Hi. So this is my stool. Sometimes I film on this. It's collapsible. Well, I was thinking it was smaller when I first bought it. But it's not even as small as I thought. Oh, actually, it's actually cold. I might need to use my hand warmers. So I pull out the seat. Hey, this cold is going to finish me today. You guys, wait. What did I do? I feel like the seat should be taller than this. Mm-hmm. That's not my tallest. The seat. What have I done? Anyways, you people will stay here and watch this. Ah, okay. You've seen the process. This looks good. So my collection is not showing. So in my bag, my trusted bag, let me bring you closer, you guys, so you can see me. Or do you not want to be closer? Stay there. Anyways, now you're there. So in my trusted bag, I have a hand glove. Ooh. Hand glove for one hand. I have my hand warmers. I think I'll put one of the hand warmers in this hand glove because I seem to film with this left hand whenever I'm doing content. Let me put this one in the glove so I can hold on to it. Oh, it's warming up. Second hand warmer. I'll put it in my pocket. So I've already brought this to like wipe the seat, but I think I'll keep it hidden so you can't see it. But the moment we're talking about, this is heavy. Arabian wood. I feel like I'm push them out of their collection. This is Shalki collection. So let's film because I'm going to cut this. Hi, Z here. On today's episode of What Scent is Z Unboxing, I'll be unboxing the Shalki collection from Arabian Oud. Can you see the packaging? Grand. I especially love this one. Is it a lilac or blue color? So let's get into it. Anyways, enough yapping. So that's where I cut the video, but I'm not going to cut it because you guys need to see the behind the scene. And then this is the only collection. So we'll do the same thing and you guys are going to watch. Hi, Z here. On today's episode of What Scent is Z Unboxing. Today Z will be unboxing the only collection from Arabian Oud. This is also a 4-piece collection set. Let's get into it. I seem to have like a catchphrase and the way I unbox. Did you get that? So, and I'll have you guys know that I have written the notes down because, come on, I'm trying these fragrances for the first time. I kind of blind bought them. Well, I've tried some of them before, but one thing I've realized with fragrances, sometimes even when you think you have the notes down, experiencing the fragrance again can change your perspective because then again, when you experience the fragrance, your experience, you smell some perfumes or what is going on around can influence the way you think about that fragrance at the moment. But when you smell it again at the time, maybe with clear head or it's for me, it feels like a new experience, even if I've smelled it again. Do you get what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm a dutiful student. I have that written down. And I also have a pen because you always have to have a pen, scribble down things, notes and whatnot. I'll keep this on this iced chair. Oh no, I actually have to put it on the table. Should I? On the table. So I'm going to hide this one as well on there. So now let's get to filming. So I might have to remove my glove. I'm used to like doing unboxing without glove, and my hands, oh, hopefully they've not dried up now with all this moving and things I've been doing. But if my hands are dry, pardon the view, pardon the view, pardon the view. So which should we start with? I think I says we start with the biggest. So you're going to see me slide this into the camera view. It's going to be cool. So Shalki collection by Arabian. Ooh. Oh, this is heavy. Ignore the voices in the background. I'm amusing myself with what I'm doing. And it's done. Oh, I managed to displace them. Hold on. How do I my God. I might have to redo this, guys. I've been tossing and turning this thing. It's come out that way. Let's do it again. So, woo, open. Ooh, beautiful. Look at the color. And we have that. And I take a photo. And that's it. And we show you the blue. That is blue. We show you the shalki pink. That is pink. We show you the yellow. And we show you the white. That was actually nicely done. How am I going to edit this later, you ask me? I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. So now that has been done, let's talk. Oh, the ice is slippery. Oh, because of the grass. So, again, hi, Z here. Let's unbox Shalki collection by Arabian Oud. So, looking at the packaging, this is a sight to behold. I think I need to bring you guys closer. You're too far from me. Come closer. Come. So, this is the Shalki collection. Should we do the introduction again? I think so. So, hi, Z here. Let's unbox Arabian's Oud Shalki collection. So, we have this. Open up. You have the beautiful oof in there. So, this is Shalki blue. I mean, you could have guessed from that. This is Shalki pink, Shalki yellow, and Shalki white. Let's talk fragrance. So Shalki blue, atomizer check. Honestly, without looking up the notes, I'd written it, I can't even remember. But it does have a sweet citrusy burst to me. But let's check out the notes. Oh, Shalki. Ah, I've written it down. So Shalki blue, it does make sense. It has an orange blossom and bergamot for top notes. These has a middle note of magnolia and musk. That makes sense. Yeah, it's a very beautiful fragrance. I will be rating this from the first spray because I'm a kind of person that judges a fragrance by the first spray. I'll be judging this a solid 9/10. I mean, I've not let it settle, but no. This is brilliant from the beginning. The orange blossom, the bergamot notes, this is more of a sweet, very, very sweet burst of fragrance. I feel like there's some other fruity condiments that is not also declared, but this is giving juicy. It's like proper orangey, sweet, some sort of like mixed. It feels like there's some of like a sweet sugar appeal as well there. Very lovely fragrance. So now let's also talk let's talk Shalki Pink by Arabian Oud as well. So let's also spray this one. Mm. Mm. I mean, with the color as well, I can tell this is vibrant. This has a more fruity appeal. It will make sense if this has some kind of like strawberry, berry like, or those kind of like vibrant appeal. Also, it also give a mild flowery appeal as well. But let's look up the notes. Why am I wasting up the time? So pink, this has a pineapple appeal. Oh, it does make sense. Hmm. But it does feel like it's more than pineapple though. This kind of pineapple gives more like a synthetic pineapple, you know, those overly sweet pineapple. Is it that it is some kind of like engineerly some engineered pineapple, you know, those ones that are engineered to be overly sweet. But there's also that kind of like berry like appeal to it. Let's go into the other notes. That makes sense. So the middle note is red berries, and let me read the base note as well. Base notes of musk and vanilla. It does make sense. But it's interesting. Am I the only one that can also smell a fragrance, like even the middle notes from the first spray? Because some people say, oh, they have to wait. But sometimes I feel like the fragrance you like or you don't like might stick out to you from the beginning when you spray the fragrance. So that makes sense that I'm smelling the red berries and also the vanilla and the musk. This also I'm going to give a solid 9/10, a brilliant fragrance. So now let's talk Shalky Yellow. Oh, and this also is sweet. It has a mild, it feels fruity, but it also gives a kind of zesty but green appeal as well. So let's look up the note because I'm not gonna stress my brain. Yellow, where is it? Passion fruit. That makes sense. Actually, spraying it now, my nose might have been wrong, but this makes sense. But I still stand on it has a bit of like green to it and it has a bit of like zestiness. It is sweet. Let me spray this one actually on skin since I've been saving my skin to get into what this smells like. Passion fruit makes sense, but there's something else. This has a green. Let me read the other notes as well. Aha! So it has a middle note of mint spice and base note of woody notes and leather. That makes sense. So it feels like these fragrances, I can literally tell what they smell like from like what the whole roundup of the note is like from spraying the first. So the green note I was smelling has to be the mint spice there because it did give a spicy kick. It did have that kind of green note. And then for the leather on it, woody notes, honestly, it's more woody. Like I said, it's green. It has a kind of like mild woody. It gives like a young green woody and slightly brown woody appeal. This is beautifully done. And it's interesting because yellow, you expect it to be overly sweet, overly vibrant. But this is actually perfect because you can also have sunset yellow. So if you're thinking the kind of vibe this yellow gives is giving that in between sunset yellow and midday sun yellow. It is just the right amount of yellow that you want in a fragrance. So with top note again of passion fruits, mint spice, woody notes, and leather, this as well is definitely a 9.5/10 for me. To be honest, I'll give them all tens, the three I've smelled so far, but you know, we have to leave room for correction. So now, only white. So bear in mind, this is only white by Arabian Oud. So let's spray. I'll spray on skin because I have skin to spare. This gives a bit more oriental vibe. Ugh. It does, without looking up the notes, it definitely has musk. It feels like a kind of triple musk situation, like musk, musk, musk. You know, the thing about musk is I'm a bit biased towards musk. Let's look at the notes. I'm going to start yapping. Where is the white? Aha. Ugh. Like I said, the note you don't like will stick out to you. But then again, top note is violet flower, middle note of valley flower, which is probably lily of the valley, and noni musk. This makes sense smelling it. This gives me that kind of like soapy, what I call a soapy vibe. It is a clean fragrance. The violet flower in this is more like it feels more crisp, it's airy, it has that powdery finish. And I think with the musk in this fragrance, this also still give that kind of like, soapy feel. There is a kind of like a velvety feel in this fragrance with the musk. Interesting thing about musk sometimes, why it might feel velvety, is that I might be biased. I think if I want to do a clean gear fragrance, I'm actually wear these. If I want to go to the gym, I want to smell airy, but maybe just like light spritz and all. Yeah, the violet flower is not my favorite kind of flower in the first place, so I'll be biased. I'm going to give this, to be honest, it's a good one. I'll just give it a 7.5 over 10. But if I was being honest, I'm going to give this an 8 over 10. This is also well done. It might not be my favorite of the bunch because of the, violet flower and the musk merging together. I mean, the noni flower also makes it well. And looking at it settling on skin, I think I might scrap that my rating, and I'll be more honest. I'm going to give this an 8 over 10. I'm still biased because the musk is very musky, but it is sweet musky, so it is well done. So now that I've talked about this one, which is well done, I hope you. So which is my favorite out of all of these? That is going to be a hard pick. I mean, naturally, the only white is going to be my least favorite because of the musk, and that is me being biased. But I think if I was going to pick a fragrance that is I think it will switch. It's very hard to say because these three, I definitely love them. But if I'm going to pick based on bias, I'll probably go with only blue as my number one, and then only yellow, then pink and white. That will be my rating. So yeah, Z out. And that is how we filmed that. I can't stop first. I can't stop looking at myself like, damn, am I allowed to say that? Like, wow, you look good. And one thing I like about the shalki collection, this touch, this velvety, well, it's not velvety, it feels more like satiny feel. It gives, though it looks plush, it's a very nice thing to eat. I'm a person for packaging. So if you're talking about shalki collection, presentation wise, the presentation is beautiful. You have all the colors in there. This is done with a nice um, intention. You can see everything fitting where they need to be, colors and everything. It's amazing. It has that foamy thing, but this cloth also keeps it in place. I think in the process of transferring it, I had broken one of the glass. I think that's only yellow. I don't know how that managed to happen, but it's okay. But presentation, I always give Arabian Oud their 10s. 10 over 10. I love the presentation. It's so beautiful. Look at that. You want to even get it for the set itself. But this set is heavy. Look at that. So I didn't talk about it. Has the Arabian Oud emblem at the back. Literally, it tells you what to find in there. You're going to find yellow, this, warnings, and all that. So that is, my paper has fallen. Shalki collection. So let's yap along. My paper has fallen. I need to grab it. Oh gosh, I think this might be an intermission for me to warm my hands. Let me warm my hands. Are you guys going to stay to watch me warm my hands? And then we're going to do only collection. Only. I have the only pink as it is. If I was going to judge based on the ones I have, my only collection, because I have the only yellow and only pink. I think only yellow is my favorite of the two because only yellow has vibrance. Obviously, it's a very vibrant fragrance. It's such a happy fragrance. Only pink, I do like it, but there's still that dustiness. It still has a shrill. note, which we'll talk about in a bit to it, that makes me be like, do I really, really like it? I mean, it's still like I'll say for me, when I wear it, it's like, I'll say it's a 7. It has a musky appeal. I can't remember if musk is part of the notes, but the musky appeal in it is like, mm, mm. And it's almost like some kind of like, it feels more earthy, um, and animalic to me, the fragrance. It's weird, all these words I'm saying. So my hands are warmed up for a bit. So let's do this again. Hi, Z here. Let's unbox Only Collection by Arabian Oud. So this is a tricky bit. There is a notch here which you have to press. So I'll have to edit that or something. And you have the collection. So presentation as well. I like it because it's simple. Maybe team wise, I mean, it says only, so I feel like it needs to be there. Arabian would always wow me with their presentation. Let me show you a closer look. Can you see the only collection written in the middle? The emblem that you see outside here is imitated in here. That is so beautiful. Then you have only black and blue, which are similar in color that you can almost not distinguish them. Then you also have only pink and only white. This is perfection in the color arrangement. But let's get into the notes. So for the only collection, oh yeah, I forgot to show you this. This has like a kind of notch that fits in here. You also have the usual Arabian Oud emblem and telling you what to find inside. So let's talk notes. Where should we start from? Let's start from Only Black. So Only Black by Arabian Oud. This will be my first time smelling it. So let's spray. Ooh, this is juicy. I'm not going to stress myself. I'll tell you what the notes are and tell you if where did I write it? Only black. It does make sense. I said juicy, didn't I? It does make sense. So top note of apple. And also, I think some site listed that it has citrusy appeal. And that will make sense because this is definitely giving sweet, juicy buzz. This is crunchy, green, and red apples. This is those kind of apples that are very sweet, but still hard. This also has a mild citrusy appeal in it. And I can see why. It also has like, this is not zesty. This is more sweet than zesty. And then for middle notes, I'm already yapping away. Let me find it in my book. Middle notes of violet and lavender. That makes sense. I mean, I would have thought that there's like some kind of like orange in this. Not gonna lie. It does give me orange. But it does make sense if there's lavender and violet in this because it does have that kind of like mild flowery appeal. It also has a what's it called? What's the word I'll use? I need to find the word. But let's talk about the base notes. The base notes of amber, woody notes, and musk. So amber, woody notes, and patchouli. So this is subjective. If you check the Arabian Oud website, it will tell you this has top notes of apple, middle notes of violet, lavender, base notes of patchouli. It does make sense. But the earthiness in this, it doesn't really give plucked out of the earthiness like I can always talk about. This give a fresh, you know, should I say, loamy soil kind of appeal. It is nice earthiness, like after the rain smell, that kind of petrichor vibe, but it is like sweet, earthy smell. So the middle notes as well complement this fragrance nicely. It's a very good fragrance. I mean, when I smelled this fragrance, then I smelled it briefly. I did like it, but that is only black. I've already said yapping. Now, let's talk. Struggling to remove this one. Only Blue by Arabian Oud. Let's spray this on cloth actually. Ooh. Let's get into the notes. So Only Blue by Arabian Oud. When I do a detailed review later, because this is still like a first impression anyways. Only Blue by Arabian Oud, you have top note of pineapple delight, middle note of patchouli, sandalwood, and base note of olibanum. This, the pineapple in this is a bit tart. It's not very sweet. From what I can get, to be honest, it's still settling. It doesn't really give earthiness to me. Maybe a mild woodiness and frankincense oil. This might actually become one of my favorite of the set, the blue, Only Blue, so far from what I can smell. The black is also good, but blue is overtaking it by the first impression because I'm a kind of person that I need to know what you're about from the first spray. Like, come correct. This is a beautiful fragrance. This is a solid 9/10 for me. Oh, I forgot to rate the Only Black. Only Black is also a 9/10 for me. Let's rate Only White first before I rate Only Pink. I've already said this has to be like my least favorite. So I'm going to do Only White on cloth as well. Let's spray. So Only White by Arabian Oud. Ooh. Ah, I like it. I've sprayed myself. Ooh, this is crisp. This is clean. It feels like those kind of like, when you think, oh, clean, you know, oh, this is nice. Scratch what I said. So, Only White by Arabian Oud. We have top note of orange blossom. This is middle note of gardenia and base note of musk. Forget what I said about musk. Hypocritical, I know. But honestly, the first burst of this is, like I said, it is clean, it is crisp, it has that kind of like nice, when let's explain it. It feels like when you just, have those fresh laundry, the way it feels on skin, the way it smells, it is a bit powdery, sweet, fresh, and nice. Honestly, the gardenia flower. I'm not the best gardenia fan, but gardenia can be well done for me, and I'll say this is well done. Honestly, sometimes it's good to retry a fragrance. And base note of musk. Normally, sometimes because I do not like musk, really, from the first spray of a fragrance, if there's musk in, I'm like, But this is smooth. This feels very nice. It feels like, you need to, the way this my cloth looks like, that you want to like snuggle on it. It has that kind of like nice, cozy vibe. It is, from the first spray, it is very, this is kind of like gym fragrance. You want to wear to like an all white party. You want to wear to like a nice event where you want to just smell, fresh, clean. This is sophisticated. That's the word to use it. Only White by Arabian Oud. The best way to say it is a sophisticated fragrance. It is beautiful. Like from the first spray, oh, heavens. And it's interesting because this says orange blossom. Because I'm like, orange blossom? Is it just orange blossom? Well, but then if it's orange blossom, it is sweet, but it also has a freshness. I don't know what is not being declared in this fragrance, but it is very fresh, like I said from the beginning. So I love it. So let's stop yapping about that. Now, let's talk Only Pink by Arabian Oud. So, Only Pink by Arabian Oud. I already own this fragrance. I've been biased about it. I've talked all sorts. But then again, even without me being biased, with what I've smelled with these fragrances again, that, I don't have them physically in my collection, even though I've tried them before. This Only Pink that I have in my collection is still going to be number 4. But let's get into it. I'm too biased. I'm sorry. I know I rated number 4, but this fragrance is actually a 8/10 in my books. Let's get into the notes. Only Pink by Arabian Oud. Let's find it. Where is Pink? So it starts with pomegranate, middle note of ylang ylang flower, base note of musk. Like I said, the musk was what was like for me. But let's be sincere. Even with the musk, which is like musk that I'm not really, really a fan of, like I feel like the musk using is not like my best kind of musk. but the pomegranate is beautifully done. It has a kind of like, I think it's this kind of like sweet sour appeal in this fragrance. And then I couldn't get what kind of exact musk was using this, but with the lang lang flower, it's more like fresh and clean as well, but slightly sweet. Yeah, so I don't have much to say about only pink, but it's an 8/10 if I'm not being biased. But if I'm being biased, I'm going to rate it a 7/10 or 6.5/10. But it's a beautiful fragrance still. So yeah, that is me done reviewing the um Shalki collection. So now let's do this again. So this is the, it's heavy. I'm trying to open it. So I have the Shalki collection and I have the only collection by Arabian Oud. Reviewed, done. Let me show you the Shalki collection. So I have the Shalki collection, only collection. Can you see them? Beautifully done fragrance. So yeah, thank you for sticking with me. Come to my channel to watch more yapping unravel. So Z out. Ish, my hands are freezing.